This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, and welcome again, my fellow goof people, my friends, all of you watching me, here on another video of Something Something Chat Show with Tom Jr. Jackson Presents, episode 32 of After the Movie Review, The Suicide Squad. That's right. From 2021, so it's about 2 years ago now, 3 years ago, where, let's, before I get into that, let's get into this. Please check out the Burnett work, which is down in the description box of where you can um, check out and subscribe to the page. You can join the channel for as little as 99 cents a month. And with that, every other weekend, I should say every other Saturday, they do a members only chat where excuse me, where you, the folks, get to talk with the host of the channel, Robert Meyer Burnett. And it is a fun time. They usually go on for 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours, but it's one of the greatest times you'll have. Rob certainly enjoys talking with the people from the channel who have signed up and have joined the members only Zoom chat. And on the Burnett Network, you can check out shows like Midnight Metal, Midnight Musings, Writing About Movies, K Pasa PGS, which is every other Saturday when they're not doing their members only call. And of course, Ladies of the PGS, every Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, where you will find RM, co-host of Midnight Musings, as the host of the show, Ladies of the PGS, with her co-host, Lorena Creole. And they show is about an hour, but it's a great show. It's great topics about pop culture, sci-fi, Star Wars, sex, all within an hour for you to enjoy. And then you can also subscribe to RM's page, which is called Positive Fandom. And she's got unboxings. She's been doing watch parties, more reviews, movie reviews, TV show reviews, and every Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. You can see her show, the Sunday morning brunch live with her co-host Russ Whitfield. And it's a great show to watch. So I highly, highly recommend that you take the time out to watch it. And now on with the show. After the movie review of The Suicide Squad. Now, in 2021, director-writer James Gunn made a film for Warner Brothers called The Suicide Squad. Now, it's not exactly a sequel or a reboot. It's more like in the middle. And the film features Harley Quinn, Bloodsport, Peacemaker, King Shark, and a gang of misfits from Belle Reve prison who joined Task Force X, aka the Suicide Squad. And they go on a mission to Corto Maltese, And if that sounds familiar to you, Corto Maltese was the place that Vicky Vale went to take the pictures from in Batman. I should say Batman '89. So yeah, the film stars Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Idris Elba as Bloodsport, John Cena as Peacemaker, Joel Kinnaman returns as Colonel Rick Flag, Michael Rooker as Savant, Nathan Fillion as TDK, um, Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang, Fleur Borg as Javelin, Pete Davidson as Blackguard, Sean Gunn as Weasel, Steve Agee as John Economos, Jennifer Holland, who is now um, what's his name? James Gunn's wife. She plays Amelia Harcourt, and Peter Capaldi as the Thinker. Sylvester Stallone as the King Shark, and Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. I what I like about this film is that it has serious moments, but James Gunn has been able to play around with the light and the dark moments to balance them out so much. And that's a hard thing to do because for every laugh you have to be able to balance it with an action moment, a serious moment, a heartfelt moment, a funny moment. And to do that, you really have to know your characters, and you have to know um, how to do it. Um, like the other, like I as much as I like David Ayer's Suicide Squad, it was fine, it was okay. But what I like about this one is that it feels more looser. It feels more like you could cheer on the characters more than in the last one, because these ones you get to know them, and you want to cheer for them, and you want to you want to have fun with them. Yellow and felt so tight, so constricted, but it's a fine movie. Don't get me wrong on that. Now, I feel that James Gunn's directing in this film is top notch, and he delivers nonstop humor, action, wit, and suspense that he's known for. Like with his Guardians of the Galaxy, with Super, like this his film called The Specials, or even a film he was in called Lolly Love. That's Lollivie, Lolly Love. Check that one out. Um, the visual effects and the practical stunts, they elevate the film by 100%. They're fantastic. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like an old 1970s movie, and that's how James Gunn describes it, as a 1970s war movie. And it has that feel to it, but it has that fun feel to it as well. And it's great. It's actually great that it's like that. You know, let's get down a bit better. The screenplay is fresh. It's original, and clever, and unexpected twists, with dark moments and heart, but it also fleshes out, as I said before, it fleshes out the characters so you get to know them more, and you get a feel for what they're up for and what their mission is. Um, I think one of the characters in the movie is called Polka Dot Man, and when you hear that at first, you're like, "That's the dumbest idea for a character I've ever heard of." And to be honest, it's a brilliant character. And the guy who plays him, he was written for him. He's an actual comic book character, but James Gunn wrote uh, the partner script for him. And even when Margot Robbie read it, and she was told that she was going to play it, she goes, "That's who I pictured playing it in my head." David Davidson. Um, I'm not that quite sure how to pronounce his last name. I'm sorry. He was an Ant-Man. He was the Russian guy in Ant-Man. I wish I knew how to pronounce his name correctly, and I'm very sorry for that. Um, um, so the man who plays Polka Dot Man read the script, read the character, and cried and sent James Gunn a text saying, you don't know what this character means to me. And he said along the lines that about 20 years ago, he was ready to kill himself because as a kid, he had, um, what's it called? Vitiligo. And he has it. And he was made fun of it. And he was bullied for it. And he felt that this character here reflected him. It was him. He knew the character very, very well. And it was one of the best and his most favorite character he's ever played. And that means a lot from someone who would know what it's like to be bullied, to know what it's like to have an affliction like Polka Dot Man does, because his mother experimented on him, and he has these interdimensional polka dots that if he does not get rid of them, they will eat him alive. And all he wanted to do was be a superhero. And that's what Davidson wanted to be. And again, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name. I know a bunch of you are going to write down, no, it's pronounced like this. It's spelt like this. It's said like this. I get it. Thank you. James Gunn got Sylvester Stallone to be in it because they're friends, and he was really worried. He was worried about who was going to play it. And had a whole bunch of voice actors come in and stuff like that, and it wasn't really clicking. And he said, I'm going to have to go to Stallone. And he asked him, and he said, look, I wrote this character for you, and maybe it won't take too much of your time, so maybe you would like to play him. And he told him what it was, and Stallone was like, I'm in. Margot Robbie got to play around with Harley Quinn. She got to put more input into it. So they removed the tattoo that's on her face, and they updated her a little bit, but kept her the same. And she loves playing Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie does, and she'll play Harley Quinn for as long as she is allowed to. She loves the character so much. James Gunn was allowed to use any characters he wanted. The WB gave him carte blanche and said, here, use whatever characters you want. And he went with the second tier characters of, characters a little lesser known that you wouldn't know. And sometimes that could be a good thing. Sometimes that could be a bad thing. But I think it was a great thing because when you hear, okay, this is the character, this is the character, this is the character, it makes you want to look them up and see who they are, what they're about, what the powers are, why they are who they are, and you then go, oh, okay, I think I'm a fan of this person now, so, or the character. The way they got Peter Capaldi is that to play the Thinker, the 12th Doctor, I should say. They got him after seeing Peter Capaldi in a movie called In the Loop, which is a fantastic movie, which is sort of like a big screen version of his show, The Thick of It. And if you haven't seen it, watch it, but brace yourself because it's unlike any Peter Capaldi role you ever seen him play. He's not the Doctor in that show, in that movie or the show, to be the least. Um, Originally, Idris Elba was going to replace Will Smith, who couldn't be in the movie. He was going to be in it, but he couldn't because he was doing King Richard, and the shooting time went longer than it was supposed to, and so they just changed the character to Bloodsport, which was a different character. And Idris Elba always wanted to work with James Gunn as well. Um, I think that this version of the Suicide Squad is great because of one thing only. This movie has heart, because at the end of the day, it's about a father played by Bloodsport who just wants to do right so nothing happens to his daughter. You know, deep down, he's just a father that loves his daughter and doesn't want anything happening to her. And I think that's great. And it's about Polka Dot Man not feeling the shame for himself, for not feeling how he feels about the way he looks in his affliction. It's about these misfits, I should say, who don't feel like they fit in, but they sort of fit in together because they are a family. They become a family. And James Gunn knows how to play that, and knows how to write it, and knows how to direct it. And I look forward to seeing what James Gunn has to bring to the DC universe now that he's um, running DC Studios. I'm excited to see what he brings to Superman, to Aquaman, to Batman, to these characters that um, mean so much to a lot of people. And as some people like to say, well, maybe the WB can sell Netflix the stuff from the Snyderverse. And then Zack Snyder can finish up his trilogy. As much as a good idea as that sounds, it's not, because A, those are the bread and butter characters of the DC universe. And it would, to me, it seems if they were to do that, that you would get people complaining. And when I mean complaining, I mean you would get people saying, well, maybe the arguments, I should say, not complaining, but the arguments of, well, this Superman is right. This is canonical, and what they're doing is not. You know, and it would go back and forth. And if you think Fandom is even more um, vicious with some of their things, and I shouldn't say vicious, very passionate, I should say. Passionate is a better word than vicious. But there is a lot of toxic fans who believe that their opinion means more than anyone else's, and you know that everybody has that. But what I'm trying to say is that just because you like something that someone else doesn't, it's okay. It's okay to like things that no one else does, that someone else doesn't. It's okay to have your own opinion if you want to have one. So, excuse me. Don't forget that, folks. Watch the content. Form your own opinion, as Mikey Lito says. Um, would I recommend this film? Yes. I would recommend The Suicide Squad. It's a fun movie. I rewatched it because I've been wanting to for a while, and I watched it with the commentary, and James Gunn had a blast making it, and listening to the commentary, he's so excited about it, and he gives you all his info and his recollections and whatnot. But it is such a fun film, which that's all you want. Is you want fun. You want it to be fun. You want it to be action packed, and you also want it to be something that you're going to go, this is what I want to see. I mean, not everything has to be dark and dour and moody and gritty and whatnot. You can have humor to go with that dark humorous grit, because the dark and the light will always, you know, complement each other, but also bring it together. So I want to thank you all for watching. That's my review of The Suicide Squad. This has been episode 32 of After the Movie Review, part of Something Something Chat Show with Tom Jr. Jackson. Join me again when we have some more stuff coming up in the future. We have, and if you're ready for this, I'll be doing a review of two graphic novels. I have one already. I'm getting the next one in the next few days. It's Batman 89, which I'll be reviewing, but also Superman 78. So get ready for that one, folks, because I've read the Batman 89, and I can't wait to talk about that and go into it and discuss that one. And some more movie reviews, some book reviews, and whatnot. And hopefully some interviews as well. And I know I keep saying it, it's like I'm dangling the cheese, but we will get those interviews. So I want to thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the videos if you want. Tell your friends, tell a stranger on the road. Yeah, tell a stranger on the street if you want. Tell the homeless man that lives in the box down the lane if you want. Just tell whoever you can. So until next time, please remember, I am your host, Tom Jr. Jackson, and we are all goof people. So until next time, bye-bye for now, and take care. And thank you for watching.